Good morning and welcome to Real Talk with Tamara. As you guys come into the room, please hit the like button. Also, if you have not subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. I hope that you guys are doing okay on this morning. I know that I am. I always express the importance of hitting the like button because the like button helps to keep the video on the algorithm. I want to thank you guys for your birthday wishes, for everybody that, sent me cash apps for my birthday. I appreciate that so much. I always say you guys absolutely rock with your support, how awesome you are, and all of those good things. Okay. So make sure you like, share, subscribe, and all of those good things that helps the video and it helps to keep the video in the algorithm. Okay. I wanted to talk about something that people have been consistently asking me about, and that is who is Unc, that Straight Drop's brother was speaking of, that had the money for young Dolph's hit, you know. And people have come into my chat, as you all know, that I have a young man named Rest in Peace Young Dolph that um, comes onto my channel, and he is filled with jewels. Okay, he's from out of the Castelia area. I don't know who he is. I don't pry into who he is because if he wanted me to know who he was, he would have told me, right? But he comes into my channel and he has been dropping jewels for a year. And I remember when Jamarcus went to court, of course, Jamarcus charges were. I've been watching Jamarcus' situation, and me personally, I don't believe that he's going to get a whole lot of time just by listening to what Judge Coffee said to him, such as um you know um it would be good for him to get a job, to get his education. If he was, I think he's got to be back in court in August or something like that. I think. Okay, I'm not looking at it right now. But if if that's so, if he has to be back in court, um, hey, he's saying he needs to get a job and get an education. That was just last month, right? So it appeared to me that he's probably gonna be out long term. And with the way Jamarcus's paperwork was set up, I forget exactly what it was, but his freedom is on a contingency, right? In other words, his freedom is contingent. Him being out is contingent with how he does, right? If he does not get in any trouble or anything like that, I kind of believe in the end, um, in his situation, his stuff is going to be thrown out. That's just my opinion, right? But Jamarcus was saying that, when he was on the stand, that Cornelius called Straight Drop and asked Straight Drop about his money, and he said he had to get his money from Unc. Well, rest in peace, young Dolph, a young man. I had never really said anything about it. Of course, everybody knows because it was other vloggers looking at it and they ran with it, of course. But rest in peace, young Dolph was the person that put into the atmosphere that Unc was a young man named Kiwan, right? And I didn't vlog. I still haven't vlogged on it because, you know, although he's normally correct, you know, I don't know. Okay, it could very well be him, but since then, there have been other, people have been coming into my chat and they've been saying that they think that Unc is Zebo. Okay, and what I wanted to do is, if I have the time to go back from last year when I did a live, right? And I was talking about, I always raised the question of why was Straight Drop in Indiana? And I was always kind of throwing out hints that I felt like he was in Indiana because that was the place that he was going to hide out. Um, I've always said that since last year. Other people may have other thoughts of. Some people say that they think that he was trying to get to somewhere else, and he could have been. But I mean, I just always kind of felt like he was in Indiana, because they was going to hide him out there or something, or he was trying to get somewhere definitely because he was going north. right? Definitely away from the South. If he wanted to, if he was going to turn himself in, he would not have been going north. He was traveling north. He was supposed to turn himself in traveling south, but he was traveling away from south, which uh, lets me know that he had no intentions of turning himself in, because Straight Drop already knew that once he did that, he was doomed, right? So, but people have wanted, been wondering about who Unc is. That's hard to say, because you know um a lot of these young dudes call some of their OGs, who they consider to be OGs, Unc. Um, some of these guys have monikers, um, with the prefix on their name as Unc. Their moniker prefixes are Unc, right? Um, so it would be hard, but what I will say is, there's no doubt in my mind that whoever Unc is, Jamarcus told the district attorney, they know who Unc is without a doubt. They know who Unc is, because Jamarcus said he helped them to go pick up some money. So of course he knows exactly who Unc is. And since Jamarcus knows who Unc is, there's no that the police and the district attorney knows who Unc is, which is one of the reasons why you heard the district attorney say, we got our chessboard out and we're putting our pieces up. And I can't understand a bunch of damn fools who claim that they ain't had nothing to do with the case, sitting up talking about they got their chessboards out as if they can beat the government, right? Now, I'm drinking my coffee. I bought that iced coffee, y'all. It's so good. Um, so when people have speculations or whatever, that is one thing that I don't I don't str- I've never I don't talk about who Ankh is, because it wouldn't do me any good to speculate on who Ankh is, because I already know that the people know who Ankh is, right? So regardless, to me, whether I guess it right or wrong, it's not gonna make a difference, because Jamarcus told who Ankh was before he left, right? And so Ankh is one of those chess pieces, whoever he is, that they got on their chessboard, right? Um, so that they can, while they're working their case. So it's interesting. I know a lot of people, like I said, it's interesting when there's a mystery, and um people are looking into it could be fun, when you're trying to guess situations and things of that nature. But I'm very meticulous about stuff. If I throw shots at somebody, it is because I have heard from credible people. And I think that Rest in Peace Young Dolph is very, very credible. Okay. Um, but I'm talking about when people say, well, you don't know who was involved. Why do you throw shots at certain people? Because I've heard from credible people that their names have come up. So I kind of throw shots at them, right? Sometimes. Um, but there is no doubt in my mind, okay, that Paul Hagerman knows who Anki is. You know how I know that he told him? Because Paul Hagerman was careful not to ask him, now, what is the name of who is Ankh? What is Ankh's name? Okay. He didn't want that out there. Okay. He didn't want that out there. But Ankh knows. Okay. The Ankh, whoever that is, whatever his real name is, he knows that they know. He knows. Okay. Because if Jamarcus went with Straight Drop to help him pick some money up, he said he helped him get some money. Okay. Then he knows that Jamarcus knows who he is, right? He's not going to get on, whoever it is, not going to get on their Instagrams and or whatever, and talk about that. But I guess the good thing about it, the beautiful thing is knowing that the people that can actually prosecute these people and bring justice in totality to Young Dolph's family, and to all of those people that want to see Young Dolph receive justice. Okay. The good thing is knowing, and that's all of us. okay, wanted to see young Dolph receive justice because young Dolph represents so many other African American men that was just gunned down for nothing, right? Um, but knowing that they know is a beautiful thing, right? And so that's the reason why I don't get into pissing contests. I don't piss and moan about who Anki is and go back and forth with people. I just kind of let people put stuff into the atmosphere as it relates to that, because you know why? The people already know who he is. So it wouldn't do me any good to try and guess of who Anki is, right? But as I said, you guys, all of this stuff is it's interesting. It is. I know the Young Dogs case is one of those cases that's very interesting because of all the players and everything, and everybody loves a good mystery and they love a good conspiracy. But I guess to me, Young Dolph's case, when you think about cases like this, now I love a good mystery on TV, but when it comes to real life situations, I just don't dare put false stuff into the atmosphere, right? Because you're talking about people's lives. You know, it's a lot at stake, and so I don't do that. But when it comes to mysteries on TV, I'm all for it, right? I love it. But when it comes to real life situations, I just don't get into a whole lot of stuff as it relates to messing people's lives over. You know, people talk about, people ask me quite a bit about the cookie shop. Okay. And I think that I have expressed that I will not dare jump on my platform and accuse a cookie shop that I have not heard anybody credible say was involved. As I have said from the very beginning, I don't know who worked in that cookie shop. Okay. And let's just say, okay, and I'm just saying that, and this is just an example. If somebody um had worked in a place that was an employee, and they um gave up somebody's location not knowing what was going to happen, that is not a reflection of the people that own the place. And I'm just saying, I'm not saying that's what happened. That's the reason why I always go, I don't know who worked in that cookie shop, because people can unknowingly do something, especially if they are familiar with people, not knowing what the end result is or what their motives are. And don't take this and run, because I'm not in no way, shape, or form saying that anybody in the cookie shop gave up young Dolph. I'm just saying I have not heard anybody credible say it. And as I said, I don't know who worked in the cookie shop. And sometimes owners don't know that. If something like this happened and people work for an establishment and they're familiar with some folks, and they go, well, hey, yeah, I work for this place and he be coming up here, and they go, oh yeah, let me know the next time he come up there, and I'll break you off something because I want to holler at him about a deal or something like that. Hey, maybe they will, not knowing that they're dropping his location, and because these people want to take him out. Okay. So that's why I always say, y'all, let this play out. And I'm not saying that's what happened. I'm just saying I ain't heard nobody credible say that the cookie shop was involved. So I can't dare. I can't go on a witch hunt and attack people and endanger their lives and things of that nature. And I don't know anything about that, right? I don't. The same way with the Jeremiah Taylor situation. I have no doubt in my mind. Okay. I have absolutely no doubt. And if you was to ask me, well, at what percentage do you think this? I would probably say 99.99999% sure that they know who's involved in Jeremiah Taylor's death. Okay. I'm almost positive that they know. Okay. But I don't know. And so what I have to do is, what we all have to do is, I have to let the people that are trained to investigate these cases, right? I don't like to get myself worked up. I like to talk about the cases because I know that it's interesting to people. Okay. I know that it is. I like to hear everybody's perspective on the situations. And sometimes people throw gems into the chat and I go, huh? Just like I had no idea. I knew that young Dolph did not die immediately. I knew that he didn't die immediately, but I had no idea until somebody came into the chat the other day and said that young Dolph had said to um Marcus, call mom, you know. I knew he did not die immediately, but I had no idea that he said that, right? So I think it's a lot of stuff that we don't know. Well, I know it's a lot of stuff that we don't know, and so I know people get worked up because I know I do sometimes too. I go, dog, I wish, even when I want to know some type of information, and I might ask somebody something, and when they say you don't need to know that yet, I go, well, I know that's got to be real deep. And it's just some things, and sometimes it's not time for people to know something, especially when you want justice in totality. And so people jump their maggot asses in my damn chat, meddling, hollering about, well, then how come they won't release the tape? Who you supposed to be? Who the hell you supposed to be? Where they have to release a tape to you before a trial. Okay. If the folks, well, they released Nipsey Hustles, well, they knew exactly. First of all, that's a different state. Okay, and they knew exactly what had happened in Nipsey Hussle's situation. They had a video out and they took it up. They scrubbed it. They took it down. Okay, because I saw it on the news of them running up. They ran up, both of them. Okay, they ran up to that cookie shop. Okay, like code figures say, they were bushwhackers. Okay, and they released a screenshot, and I've been screaming on every rooftop. They did that for a reason. That laundromat is always loaded. It was a ton of witnesses out there. Are they supposed to get witnesses' lives messed over because it's a bunch of bloodthirsty vloggers that works with these people, and that was trying to work with these people until the Fed, and they gonna do some time. They just don't know it yet, to try and find witnesses so that they could kill these witnesses. Are they supposed to do that? I start to get real suspicious about people who is adamant about, and it ain't gonna happen anyways. Because as I always tell them, well, if you want to see that video so bad, instead of jumping on my live, why don't you take your ass down there to the FBI and demand it, and let's see what's gonna happen. Go down there to MPD and demand that video, and we're gonna see how it turns out for you. Okay, since people want to see the video so bad. Okay, as I said, if it's not time, if there's a reason why they're not showing the video, I don't want to see him get killed anyways. Okay. Why would I ever want to see a young man get killed? There is a reason why that they're not showing him walking into that cookie shop. Okay. They've seen him walk into the cookie shop. Okay. They saw it on video. Okay. There's a reason why they ain't showing it. Okay. Are they supposed to show who their witnesses are? Are they supposed to do that so that they can come up missing? And see, that's what I don't understand about people. Well, then blotch the witness out so I can see him die. Ask some of these folks that was out there that I hear that got copies. Okay. That was out there videoing. Ask them. But see, it ain't about that, because the rumor had been out that people was out there recording. I mean, that was the rumor. And hey, I tend to believe it. Okay. But see, it ain't the video that they want. They want witnesses. I already know what's going on. They got their team on here. They want some witness. And some of these vloggers was going after that money until they found out they was going to do some federal time. That's the reason why they see, it's a lot of stuff I know that I don't say. Okay. And a lot of times folks think I just be blurting stuff out, but the ones who know what's going on, they know I ain't lying on them. Okay. They know y'all don't know. They know I know what I'm talking about. But they was trying to find them damn witnesses because they thought they was getting ready to come up on some money. It goes back to doing anything for some money. Okay. So it ain't that they really want to see young Dolph die. They want to see that too. Okay. But from my understanding, the people that was out there recording already got that. Okay. They probably want a closer up of it. Okay. But they want them witnesses. Okay, because at this point they want them witnesses. That's it. That's all. So I get real suspicious when people I've never seen before come into my chat. How come they ain't shown the video? Who you supposed to be? Who died and made you God? Why should they present their case to you before a trial? They ain't never did it before. Why should they do it now? The people that need to know, no, I didn't see him walk into the cookie shop. I ain't seen it yet. And I already got sense enough to know that I ain't gonna see it unless I go sit down there when that trial is going on. That's if it's gonna be one. Okay. And there will be plenty of opportunity from what I hear to sit in the, on a damn trial, because it's gonna be a many of folks to go. Okay, if they don't plead out. So who is on? I don't know. Okay, but like I said, what makes me happy is knowing that Jamarcus didn't dot that courthouse door without telling them who Unc was. Unc know they know who he is. Hell, you don't know if they ain't pull Unc in for questioning, whoever the real Unc is, right? Do I think that is Zebo? I don't really think Unc is Zebo. I don't, but I could be wrong. Because I've heard people coming to my chat and say Uncle Zebo. I don't believe it, but it could be, but I don't necessarily believe it. But it's possible. It's definitely possible, but I tend not to believe that it's him, but it could be. Okay. But the beautiful thing about it is the district attorney, the FBI, and the Memphis police know. Okay. That is the important thing. See, as long as they know, it does not bother me not knowing. Okay. It don't bother me not to be sure of who it is, because I know the right people that's gonna get some justice as it relates to whoever Unc is know. And that makes me real happy. Okay. That makes me real happy. So, you know, when people ask me about, certain people, and I know people, there are quite a few people that feel like that Yo Gotti is not involved. Okay. And they have that right to feel that way. They feel like he's not involved and he has a lot to lose. It's quite a few vloggers that I've heard say that. And I'm not mad at no vlogger who feels like that Yo Gotti was not involved. Hey, I'm not mad about that. They got a right to think that, and it don't necessarily mean that they've been paid off or their fans or anything like that. I think, they genuinely feel like that because they feel like Yo Gotti would not throw his life away because of jealousy. Hey, it, they got a right to feel that way. But me, on the other hand, I feel differently. And I know a lot of people, some people get mad about that, especially his core people. That's okay, but I just feel. Do I think he was out there with a weapon? No, but do I feel like he had an involvement? In my opinion, I do, and I got good reason to believe it. Will he ever be convicted? I believe at some point he will. Okay, I do. If not for that, if they can't link it directly back to him, anything back to him, I believe for something else. Because if they know you did something, they can't get you for one thing, they'll get you for something else. And that is just in my opinion. And I think we all have a right to our own opinions. Do I believe that Black Youngster and Big Juke was involved? Of course I do. Do I believe they're going to go to jail? Of course I do. Okay. Of course I do. If it that is just in my opinion. Okay. I have reason to believe that. I don't think that's an opinion, but I'll just say it. I think it's more of a fact, but I'll just say it. But hey, people say to me, what if these people are not indicted? What if they don't go to jail? What will you apologize? Mm-mm. Mm-mm. I'm not going to apologize just because somebody got by. Mm-mm. Because this never should have happened. It should not have happened. Are they apologizing to Young Dolph's family? See, it would be one thing if people was not trying to taunt Young Dolph's family. It's gonna be some more people around them to go to jail. Okay, it's gonna be some more. I was looking at somebody the other day, and I'm not gonna say that. Okay, because that folks would be no, I'm not gonna say that. Okay, but it would be one thing. Okay, if they would apologize to Young Dolph's family. Okay, if they was not taunting his death and consistently making comments about his death, that's how you know people are involved. And you know, I think it's sad that um I think it's sad what goes on. You know, a lot of these young men need acceptance. You know, they kick them to the curb and won't deal with them, and they get to hollering about they being blackballed. But then when they want to kick up some beef, they go back and get that person that they consider a crash dummy and start showing them attention again to get them to do their dirty work. Okay, but they can't help them promote their own stuff. They start finessing them again, and even Stevie Wonder can see that. Okay, that's when you know the fed's on top of somebody's head. Okay, but I think I had said before they all gonna start canceling each other out. As I've been saying it, you know. But as far as Unc, whoever Unc is, the police know who he is, and I have no doubt about it that they have not pulled Unc in for questioning. Um, I have no doubt about that. They knew who Unc was before he left. And then once Jamarcus told him who Unc was, I'm sure they got some more people to corroborate that, whoever the witnesses are. So just be patient, you guys. I wanted to look up if y'all would just give me a minute, y'all know how I am. I want to look up something right quick. If y'all don't mind, I be hating to look up stuff with y'all on here and have to look for it and all of that because I feel like it's just so rude and disrespectful to have you guys to wait while I try and look up something when it should already be up, right? So I probably have to edit this, okay? But let's look up Jamarcus Johnson, okay? Let's look up Jamarcus. And I think Jamarcus has been doing good to stay out of. If he's on social media, he's definitely not using his real name, and I think that would be a good thing not to do that. As a matter of fact, it would be good for him to stay off of social media because they hires people to hack and to trace and it's somebody get ready to go to jail now for hacking folks stuff and hacking their TVs and watching them in their house while they walk around with no clothes on. That's voyeurism and that's all kinds of other stuff. Okay. Um, hold on, you guys. Let me see. Um, okay, accessory at 3 counts of accessory after the fact. I'm trying to see something. He has to be in court August the 10th for a hearing. Of course, we already knew that. Um, sentence deferred. Okay, hold on. Sentence deferred. And I think I talked about this before. A sentence deferred is a sentence that is suspended until after he has completed a period of probation. Right. Okay. So his sentence is going to be deferred. And they're going to suspend his sentence more than likely until they see how he acts, how he is while he's out on probation, which goes back to what I was saying. Judge Coffee said to him to get a job and, and all of that. Okay. Go to school and all of that. They're going to see what he's going to do. Okay. let me go since I'm in here, y'all. Let me look at Cornelius Johnson because y'all know this stuff changes instantly. Um, or is it Cornelius Smith? Cornelius Smith. I would put all of this in the video, but I'm not going to. I'm just going to look at it, okay? And I'm gonna talk to y'all while I do it. I wasn't even intending to make this video this long. But y'all know as you get older, I guess you get long-winded. Let me see. Now, Cornelius has a hearing on 3/11/2024. They didn't say it was a trial. It's a hearing. That's going to be very interesting. That within itself is interesting because it does not say a trial. It says a hearing. Let's see something about straight drop. I think straight drop has to be in court in December. But they already spoke about why he has to be in court for. Hold on one second. Let me see. His birthday is April the 10th. Okay. Okay, he has to be in court December the 1st for that, for that violation of the sexual offenders app, whatever. Did I say app? The sexual offenders violation. Let's see. And then his trial is actually set. See, Straight Drop's trial is actually set for March the 11th, right? Cornelius, because he is a trial set. Okay. Let me show you guys. I'm going to show you guys the difference. Okay. This is Cornelius. This is Straight Drop. His trial date is actually set for March 11th, 2024. Okay. That is Straight Drops. Okay. Now, let's go back to Cornelius. Hold on. Let's see here. As y'all can see for Cornelius, it says report date 3/11/2024. It says nothing about a trial. It's a hearing. Okay. It's a hearing. So y'all make sure, because I've been doing this forever. It's something weird about that. Let's see. Michael Shows is still retained. I forgot to see if Straight Drop's attorney is still retained. I don't think Straight Drop attorney gonna throw him into the garbage, okay? Because his attorney was put there to ensure that he went to trial to be convicted, okay? I can promise you that. All right. But at any rate, you guys, who is Unc? I don't know who Unc is. But the thing that makes me happy is, hold on, I'm trying to see something, is knowing that the people know who Unc is, right? People that should know, the people that actually has the power to do whatever is necessary, knows who Unc is. Hold on, I'm trying to look up one more thing, right? Before we get off, I'm trying to see something. I'm trying to see something right quick. Let me make sure I don't have it up because I don't want y'all to see this name that I'm typing. Um, Let me see something. Uh, hmm. Okay. Okay. So we're gonna see what's gonna happen. Okay. Yeah. We'll see what's gonna happen. All right. But as far as who Anki is, the people, I'm sure that they already know who Anki is, and they just working their situation on that. Okay. So when people ask me, why you don't say anything about that, who is he? It is because I don't know who he is. But like I said, I'm sure that they know who he is. Okay. And he'll have his day in court probably real soon. All right. But anyways, you guys, I want you guys to please like, share, and subscribe. If you would like to support the channel, you could definitely support the channel via Cash App or Super Thanks. I want you guys to know that I appreciate you so much. I'll talk with you later.